part where I say it's Tuesday, but hey, it's not Tuesday. Maybe we're one day late, maybe I'm a busy guy. But the Sim Series Amateur League is back, and we're short track racing out in New Jersey at this wonderful, insanely banked Wall Stadium circuit. And my goodness, it's going to be an interesting time. Thank you so much to everyone popping in and hanging out on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon. And I'm going to have to start with a little bit of business, honestly. First of all, a big shout out to Jimmy Johnson for retiring. And thank you to the 400 or so new subscribers from this week. Appreciate you very much. And I know this may not be what you're expecting, although it's kind of all of my video material on YouTube anyways. But let me just say, just get it off the start before people start leaving, all right? Things are going to change. Things are going to change a little bit. The Sim series will find a new home. And for those of you tuning in on Twitch, let me just say I do apologize. But for Season 3 of the Sim series and Season 2 of the Amateur League, things are going to be moved around. We're going to sort of... Basically, the more time I spend streaming and making content, I just get a better idea of what direction I want to go in. Unfortunately, the Sim series, I don't think it's going to be on Twitch anymore. Twitch is going to be its own thing. I think YouTube's going to be its own thing too. And as such, the Sim series and the Amateur League are going to be moving to their own separate YouTube channel for the next season. So I'm sorry, Twitch. I do apologize. But I'm still going to do other stuff on Twitch. It just doesn't match up with what the Christ I'm doing. You get it? Also, hi, Nort. So yeah. I'll put a link up to it in an announcement in the future. I'm probably just going to make a YouTube video. Huh? What? What? You can't even see my damn face. Huh? Chris Claridge. Hold on. 100... What? 11,500 bits?
Oh my god, Claridge Kotu cheered 11,500 bits. Hi, Kiani sucks just like Matt Kenseth did. Merry Christmas.
What a message to include with that. Holy Christ. Oh my god. We love Chris in this community. 150 emotes shared? We don't even have that many people. Oh my lord. Look at this. This man just has a 10,000 bit badge next to his name. Oh my god. Number 1 on the board, Chris Claridge. Merry Christmas to Mr. Chris. Holy heck. I don't even know what to do. Welcome everybody to the Chris Claridge 02 Sim series, because he just bought the whole damn thing. Good God. Thank you so much, Chris. Holy Christ. Peep that bit where the hell's the bit leaderboard, Twitch? Yo, is the bit leaderboard gone for you guys too? I can't even see the damn thing. That was insane. 115. My God. Dango, if you're interested in it, wow, if I can speak English, Chris has broken me, first of all. Holy Christ. If you're interested in being in the series, join up in the Discord. There's a link in the box down below. Oh, those guys share a pit box now. That'll be fine. They don't have to pit during the race. Holy Christ. God damn, dude. I didn't think we would get that notification ever. But damn, we got it. But yes, thank you, Chris, for helping me out with the Discord link and Twitch. If you join the Discord, you can sign up to be a part of the series. There are forms to fill out and such. We are in race 9 of 14, as I'm trying to get the actual broadcast rolling here of the Sim Series Amateur League. So this season is coming to an end, so is the main Sim Series. Hey, the threshold is $50, Mac. If you are looking for the Sim series. That's going to be tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. I'm going to be painting throwbacks basically for the next 24 hours. And I'll be over on Twitch, not for the whole 24 hours. We're not doing that again. But after this race is over, we're going to take like a 15-minute break. Then we're going to be on Twitch, the face cam and everything, painting and chatting and getting some friggin' throwbacks done. Thank you for the clip, Nart. So, business out the way. I know that was a lot of time, but thanks, Chris. What a friggin' legend. Oh my god. I need some water. Alright. So, if you're in the Discord, you can see in the SSAL announcements, qualifying is already done. We've split the race into 2 heats, each consisting of 17 cars. The top 10 finishers in each of these 2 heats are going to move on to the feature race. And Chris trying to keep this thing on Twitch. This is the one where you can't even see my face, though. My god. For real, though, it's going to YouTube. Like, I'm sorry, Chris. I'll do other stuff on Twitch. We're streaming friggin'... What are we doing? We're painting after this. We got Sim Series tomorrow. We got Life is Strange on Friday. We got a lot of action coming along. We're going to skip on overhead to the command. Or at least close to it. Oh, Lord. Okay, Tropical Cyclone's on pole. Mitchell Carter's in second. Then it's Roger Gregory. Fitzwater finally gets a decent qualifying performance. He qualified 7th, but again, we split the qualifying in half because we have only 17 cars in each heat.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Man, let's get ready to roll here.
Settle in, relax, take a deep breath. It's a long, hard race. Gotta pace yourself.
It's gonna be a tough one for you, Nick, but I wish you the best of luck. And the Dodge Challenger pace car is gonna lead the field around this tiny, what is this, 1/3 of a mile wall stadium? It's a small ass track. 0.375 miles. Someone do the math. That's what, an eighth? No. 3/8. 3/8 of a mile. Green flag underway. We're gonna get the ticker up on the screen. It looks gorgeous. Well, there's no names on it yet, but you'll see. Tropical Cyclone, great start. He's at a Roger Gregory in second. Then it's Ethan Head who's moved past Mitchell Carter. These 2 orange cars, I feel like I've seen a lot of each other through the first half of the season. But already, Tropical Cyclone starting to pull away. But remember, it's the top 10 that make it into the feature race, and that is the position, the threshold, whatever. We're gonna be looking at it. And the last lap, TS Media was 10th place. He passed 5 cars in 2 laps. Now one is flying. And stuck on the high side. These boys are just going backwards. I mean, we've got... I know it's a high bank track, but early on in the run, it looks like the top side is just brutal. And Mitchell Carter in the 88 has fallen all the way down the order. He's in 8th place. So Dumbledore is 9th. And Nick Sant, by getting on the bottom, has moved his way up. Powell goes around in the back. NJC's involved as well. We're going to stay green. So big trouble for the 68 and the 17, but no caution will fly. And both of those cars are going to fall way down the order.
And then would tend to go split the field in half and half.
Austin, thank you so much for 100 bits. I do appreciate.
Austin Rick 22 cheered. X100. Vroom vroom fast cars.
I appreciate it. No caution, which I'm really surprised about, but the 68 of Jimmy Powell and the 17 of NJC are both going to be hoping for a yellow later on because they are way down the order and they have a decent gap to last of the main group, which is Cyclone in the 45. So we'll take a look at the cut line again. Currently sitting in 10th place is Nick Sant. We saw the amazing moves he was making to get up here. Started dead last in this heat, but he's currently in 10th, but not very comfortable. That Reese is number 40 sitting on the bubble with a pretty hungry thick daddy in the 81 behind, probably looking to make his way into the feature race. And these boys really are sliding around this track. Some of them, Kiani goes really high up in turns 1 and 2. That could put him at a disadvantage because Pantallica in the 78's looking to pass him on the bottom. They're going side by side, but Kiani gets a great run out of the corner. So it looks like the high side is starting to come in as we get later and later on in this race. Tropical Cyclone in the 26, still leading ahead of the 33 of Roger Gregory, Ethan Head, Huang Do. But remember, the top 10 are going to make it into the feature race. They still will be battling for positions, though, because the better you finish in this heat, the better you start in the feature race. And that's going to be 75 laps, but this 30-lap heat is already halfway over. Thick Daddy in the 81, closing on the back of Nick Sant. He's only half a second behind the 40. And it looks like NJC and Jimmy Powell have caught up to the back of the 45 of Cyclone, and Fitzy in the 59. I was talking about what a great qualifying he had, and he's fallen all the way down into 14th. It has been a rough season for him. Looks like most of the leaders starting to spread out just a little bit. Nick Sant running a bit high. Thick Daddy's closing in. This battle is to make it into the feature race and have a shot at the win. The bottom 7 cars in this event are going to be going home early. And it looked like Nick Sant was under siege from the 81, but Thick Daddy making a few mistakes. Nick Sant hooking it together. Now he's starting to pull away again. For lap number 20 of 30. Nick Sant still sitting on the bubble, but then it's Thick Daddy, Nathan Kiani. Some of these guys, they just can't get close to that 40. As most of the field has spread out pretty much around this entire racetrack, with leader Tropical Cyclone starting to close in on Jimmy Powell and NJC at the back of the pack. They're going to cross the line with 8 laps to go. We're going to take a look at the cut line again. I wouldn't say he's comfortable, but Nick Sant does have a bit of a gap here, probably around 3/4 of a second. We got some battling further down the order. Nort, why doesn't that didn't appear in my alert list, but it showed up. Extended their sub through January. I don't even know what that means. That's such a weird alert, but thank you so much, Nort. Oh, I love Nort. Thank you so much. Nort has been my Pokemon trainer for the past few days, trying to show me around and to tell me what the Christ I'm supposed to be doing, and you got the doggo. Thank you so much, Nort. We love Nort. All right, focusing on the race here, because actually Nick Sant's still looking good. He just set his best lap of the entire race with an 11.741. And crossing the line now with 3 to go, but he's running really high through 1 and 2. Should give him a good bit of momentum down the straightaway, and it looks like he will be able to fend off Thick Daddy in the 81. That high side seems to be working in. You can get way up the track, and yeah, you're slow through the corners, white flag in the air, but you get such a great run down the back straightaway. So the top 10 is pretty much set. Tropical Cyclone from pole will win the first heat race. And the drivers making it into the feature event from this heat. Tropical Cyclone 100, who's pulling into the pits now. Roger Gregory in the 33. 100 more bits from Austin Ripp. Reese's Puffs.
Austin Ripp 22 cheered.
Thank you so much.
X100. REESES yes. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs, go Nick.
Thank you so much, Austin Ripp. So, Tropical's making in Roger Gregory in the 33, Ethan Head, Huang Do, TS Media, Drayden Zen, Cigar, Double Bore, Mitchell Carter, and Nick Sant. The drivers headed home early. Thick Daddy in the 81, Nathan Kiani, Pantallica, Zachary Fitzwater, NJC 217, Cyclone, and Jimmy Powell. And before we close this off, I do want to take just a quick peek at what happened really early on between the 68 and it was the 68 and the 17, and it was really early on. Like, I want to say lap 4 or 5 in the back of the pack, these guys fighting for it. I want to see just sort of how they got together. You can see Jimmy's going slow on the high side. There's a lot of drivers passing underneath him, but he gets hooked by Cyclone. So it's coming out of turn 2. The 45 gives a little tap to the 68, and he hooks into NJC. They both get on the brakes, but slow on the apron. No caution really surprised me. They're going to pull right back on track, but I guess it makes sense because they were off the racing surface, and honestly, not a lot of damage done, apart from the fact that they won't be making the feature race. I'm having trouble speaking because Chris broke me, Nort. Because this man donated 11,500 bits. My goodness. And yes, Brendan, this is the Pinties mod. Oh, they're beautiful. They're so good. All right. So the standings are completed. The order for the inside line is set, but we got another heat race to do. So we're going to end off this session. And we already have the grid ready to go for the second heat race because I spent a lot of time preparing. Like, actually, it was a decent amount of time. So we're going to get heat number 2 rolling with the other half of the field. Again, it's the same situation. 17 cars on track. The top 10 are going to advance their way into the feature race. And let's skip on over to the command. That's going to be too close. That's about as good as we can do. So, Baker starting on pole, that 2003 guy on the outside. Then it's points leader Anthony Lopez in the 75, who cannot have a bad week. This man has just been... it's hard to see him outside of the top 5. The 75 has been insanely consistent this season and is leading the points here with only 5 races to go. And we're going to get Heat 2 underway. So the top 10 from Heat 1 have made it in the feature race. The top 10 in Heat number 2 here are going to join them in a 75-lap feature event following this heat. Nord, I'm proud of you. What'd you eat? Let me know. So, K. Baker on the bottom. As the pace car pulls in, we're getting ready to go. There's the 3 guy trying to get a jump on the start, but ultimately it costs him. Baker with a great start, already pulling away from the 2, and Anthony Lopez up in a second. And you know those boys on the high side are going to be struggling. Early on in the run, we have seen it is just so disadvantageous to be stuck up there, and we've got 3 wide with Nitro going underneath the 9 of NASCAR fan. He's in a NASCAR fan sandwich between the 9 and the 48. But Nitro does make it work, but now he's stuck on the high side, and he's going to lose out maybe to Alan Johnson. The 03 gets a good run off the corner, though. Once again, the top 10 from this event making it into the feature race, and right now, Nitro is falling backwards. As he crossed the line here, he went from 7th to 9th in this lap, and he's going to fall down to 10th as here comes the 55 of slow motion in the bottom. A little bit of contact between the 0 and the 16 behind them. And Nitro's got to get down from the high side because it is not working for him at all. Here comes Mountain Dew fan for life on the bottom, and that is the 16 getting himself into the last transfer position. So in 10th place, where is the 48? That's a good question. NASCAR fan 48. No, he's in 5th place. He's not god-awfully slow. Chat, you're lying to me. We're going to back up the order here. Where now, Nitro's fall. He's dropped back behind the 9, the 14. Here comes the 57 as well, and it is not looking good at all. The fight for the last transfer position now between Mountain Dew fan for life, who's sitting on the bubble, and the 03 of Alan Johnson, who's on the outside looking in. I have my whittle 5 bits. Christmas is draining me. Thank you so much, Mark. I hope you have a nice season. Come and chat afterwards, because we're gonna do a paint stream after this over on Twitch, and you'll be able to actually like see my face. And we'll have to focus on commentating this event. Anyways, 10 laps into this 30-lap event, K. Baker way out front ahead of Winty in the 3. Then it's Anthony Lopez. John Felber having a decent run for the first time probably ever. Then it's NASCAR fan 48, DualShock, that ends in 3 guy, slow motion, Mountain Dew fan for life, and Alan Johnston, who's sitting in 10th. So it's actually Caleb Stroup who's on the outside looking in, but he's made some passes. He's gotten past the 56, and he's working his way past the 9 right now. And if he can get past the 03 of Alan Johnston, that will be a spot in the feature race. Caleb Stroup looking pretty quick. The 14's had a good season, but he's going up the track in turns 1 and 2. We're seeing a few drivers doing that. Probably looking for some momentum down the back straightaway, but it doesn't look like it's working out for him right now. He'll be watching that 0-3 pulling away. And along with it, his chances of making the feature race. Meanwhile, Nitro in the 56 starting to claw back from that terrible run early on in this race. The first 10 laps, it looked like the 56 was going backwards. But here he is now side by side with NASCAR Fan 09, and he'll complete the pass. As we're approaching 10 laps to go, he has got to get it on if he wants to catch up to the 14 and the 03. But you saw that 56 sliding it out of the corners here at Wall Stadium. Baker trying to make it an all tropical racing heat win here as the 26, his team owner, won the first heat. Now out front by over half a second. Baker's looking to take victory in heat number 2 and start the feature race on the front row. Field starting to spread out a little bit now. We'll get a chance for me to take a breath and also maybe a drink of water. I've never seen so many confusing messages on the YouTube chat. At drive-thru, why did you block me on Discord and on Twitter? By the way, I'm in SSAL full-time next year. Excuse me? Are you? You're literally blocked. How do you expect to be in the series? You can't just do that. You can't just say you're gonna be in it. Y'all, if you're looking to be a part of the Sim Series or the Sim Series Amateur League, join the Discord and join the conversation. As this season is coming to a close, we're going to start looking forward to signups for season number 3 of the Sim Series and season number 2 of the Amateur League. Baker crossing the line now with 3 laps to go in heat number 2, and Caleb Stroup just hasn't been able to close in on the 03. This field just keeps finding itself spreading way out here at Wall Stadium, and these heats are so short that the leaders can't quite get caught up to the lap traffic, although you can see Orioles just a second or so up the road from K. Baker, who's been flawless. He started on pole, he's led every single lap of this 30-lap heat race, and that is going to be a clean and clear victory for Tropical Racing and that number 7 beautiful Chevrolet Impala. Really, it's a cool looking car. So the heat will come to an end. Alan Johnston will make it in only by about half a second. Caleb Stroup, Nitro, NASCAR Fan 09, Dysek, the Chisholm family, Jacob Hitz, and Orioles all going home early. Actually, I'm in charge of the Sim Series. I don't know if anyone told you. This is Foxy Pirate Racing all over again. We had all right, for those of you who don't know, around like, I think 6 months ago, maybe even more, some dude joined the Discord and he was like, I own the Sim Series now. And I'm like, excuse me? Huh? He just started talking about how he was going to make it an ARCA series. ARCA Sprite series is what he said. That was like a year ago. Oh my God, time flies, y'all. He just started saying like, yo, this is mine now. This is how it's gonna do. All right, I'm gonna do this and you're gonna do that. And I was like, huh? Like what? Jacob, I hate to break it to you, pal. You just finished second last in a heat race. You are not in the feature event, dude. Wait. This man came in so excited. I feel so bad, but so good at the same time. I love the lulls in chat. Someone clip it. Oh, Jacob. Oh my God. I don't even have the booth set up. You didn't say you'd show up for this, god damn it. It's gonna look bad. All right, Jacob. All right, I'll try. God damn it, I'll try. Jacob Hitz, who is now not in the main event, is gonna join us in the booth. Why? Just cover your ears because you may have some yelling. And I'm going to leave it at that. Hi, Jacob. Jacob? We'll get Jacob in here. Don't worry. Here comes Robo Jake. You already know. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick minute here. That's not NR 2003. There we go. And we're going to set the order. And first of all, the roster for the main event. So this is going to take just a second here. As what we got to do is look at the... Bye, Jacob. Hi, Jacob. Do you have your mic muted and you just don't know it? Now you're yelling and angry?
Well, no, I did.
Hi.
I did have it muted because you sounded like you were talking to me from like 1972. So
yeah, I didn't have the boost set up, so I'm streaming in 1080, which means you're not going to get a lot.
That's fine.
Okay. So how was that heat race there, pal?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it since I didn't even see it. I showed up when the checkered flag flew.
That's fair. Well, I'll have you know you finished second to last and did absolutely nothing.
Well, as soon as I saw it was out of 30 laps, I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm thinking...
I know what that means.
Instead of 75 laps, we might do 90 laps for this feature race.
Just to make up for...
Might as well. I mean, it's not like we gotta have a sim series to do afterwards. It's actually kind of nice doing them on different days. I might do this more in the future.
See, I thought we started like this. We did SSA on Monday and then...
It was never. We never did that.
Okay, but then I'm just dreaming.
We got Dreamy Jacob Hits in the booth. Also, Chris Claridge donated 11,500 bits today. And I just wanted to say thank you. But also,
Sheesh,
I'm amazed.
Merry Christmas to you.
So he owns the stream now. I've been bought out entirely. Like he just came in. He was like, "This is mine now." I mean, he didn't say that, but it is his now. Jacob with the chip bag in the microphone.
Yeah, not quite.
All right, we're getting this order set. But what we're gonna have to do, as usual, is we're gonna have to simulate a quick little fake qualifying race, and then manually stick everyone in order because it's 2003. But at least we have those controls. So, the roster is set, but now we have to set the grid. Drive through, I will redeem myself. Do it when I'm on camera. Chris did it and he can't even see me. We'll get 20 cars on the track. And we'll do 90 laps. Because I think at that point, we're going to get a chance to see the leaders catch up to some of the lap traffic. And maybe get some action going on there. All right. Some desperation is in the YouTube chat, and we're going to clean that up. And we're going to fake ourselves a qualifying session. And now you're going to have to give me a minute just to get everything in order, because I have to do this manually with a not great system, but again, at least it exists. So, save game editor, wall stadium, and now we have to set everyone in the order that they finished the duels. So duel 1 will be the inside row. Heat 1 will be the inside row. Heat 2 is going to be the outside row. Line, column? You get the idea. I think you can figure it out. Tango, they're closed right now. If there are forms, I'll put them out on I'll probably make an S3 announcements channel. You still have a while. I would say right now, just chat it up. Dude, we got a lot of cool stuff in the server. You know, we got live event discussion whenever there's football games, baseball games, especially NASCAR races. It's a really great place just to be and hang out. You can share things, show me your shrimp, show me your Hendrick font. Just get to know people. And honestly, a team owner is probably going to approach you and be like, yo, drive my car. Because we have some great team owners here in the Sim Series.
Trace Ryder.
We have some drivers who are being fired for the second season, for the third season. So I'm just saying there are spots available. And I think it's safe to say Jacob Hitz might be one of the biggest Sim Series busts in history.
Eh. Whatever.
I had my Christmas tree up in November in the positivity chat and someone tried to attack me. That's not right. The positivity chat is the safest space, and we have tried very, very hard and are still trying to keep it and make it just a wonderful place where you can hang out. Dude, I put friggin' Christmas lights in my profile photo and someone got mad at me and they're like, oh, you can't do that, it's not December yet. And it's like, who the Christ are you?
You did it the first week of November.
Yeah? What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Come up here and fight me. I can celebrate the holidays as early as I want. I'll do it in September next year. Screw you.
Alright, well. We're gonna celebrate Valentine's in the middle of July.
The Discord is a nice place. Thanksgiving's in October. Shut up. Sorry, you guys keep distracting me. I gotta set this damn order. Where the Christ are we?
Where are we, Bill?
Where are we? Then I said the 3 guys 14th. Then it's Dumbledore. Then it should be Shlomo. And then Mitchell Carter. And then Mountain Dew fan for life. And then Nick Sant. And then Alan Johnston. Saved and ready to go. All right, friends, thank you for hanging out through the heat races, but it's time to get on with the main show. 20 cars, 90 laps, 3/8 of a mile, and maybe a little bit of carnage, maybe a little bit of chaos. It is the damn Sim series after all. You never know what's going to happen. So,
oh, and you missed it.
This is why we don't like having Jacob in the booth. I feel like I'm being judged. It's hard, dude. There's only 20 cars. It goes fast when you have a fast computer. Anyways, it's an all Cyclone Tropical Racing front row with the 26 and the 7. Then it's the 33 and the 3, fittingly enough. And we're in for a pretty good show. I didn't realize the ticker was on the whole time. Oops.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
I don't think there's going to be any pit stops, Mac. Which I'm okay with because the pit road is too janky to have pit stops.
Long, hard race. You gotta pace yourself.
Will there be a dirt race in the Sim series? I wish I could, but I just can't. Game limitations, it would be weird. You just can't do it. And yes, TS made it. He is 5th on the bottom row. So, 90 laps. Tropical Cyclone starting on pole, dominated Heat 1. Baker dominated Heat 2. Green flag in the air here at Wall Stadium. And already a good start for the 26.
Wait, you're telling me Tropical's leading?
Oh, we got contact already.
Oh.
Ethan head off the bumper of Huang Do. He's coming back up the
That's
track
not
in front of TS. Goodness.
I can't believe they saved it. Holy moly.
0-6 definitely giving some bumper to the 8. And it looks like Winty goes around in the 3.
They're wrecking.
No caution. There's the yellow. Oh.
Oh.
48's
Yeah,
in the
somebody
wall,
just
and
died.
Felber's destroyed as well.
Yeah,
Oh
I think
my
somebody came up the
goodness.
racetrack and made contact again, going into 3. I don't know if it was because they were trying to get around the car that spun or what, but holy cow.
And now NASCAR fan 48 is crop dusting the track. And we're going to have to get things sorted out here. Because I didn't expect chaos that early, I'll be honest with you. My goodness. So we're going to do a quick pause here because these laps are going to tick by pretty quickly. Let's find out what the Christ just happened. We know that Ethan Head, first of all. This is the first incident
Yeah, he gets
we saw.
hooked.
Huang just hooks him coming out of the corner.
Huang.
But he saves it.
And I think it's something...
He comes
You
back
got
up in
something
front
pretty
of
similar
TS.
here in this stack up. He stacks everybody up, and then somebody decides to try and go 3 wide again here in turn
It's
1.
Lopez. 75 sticks it in
And
on the
he just
3, gets into
hooked.
TS. But
And
it was
then everybody's
Felber gets the
stacking up on
pit
the
wall.
outside. Well, if you look there, they got 3 wide there again. The car on the bot, I can't tell who those guys
TS
are.
Media
right
in the
there.
1 is coming back up the track
Yeah,
because
TS comes up, hits a guy. That causes Felber to move up, and then he just runs out of racetrack.
oh boy, Well,
They're up by the wall.
I don't think Felber ran out a racetrack. I think he just wasn't focusing there. Yeah, he has tons of space. He just puts it in the wall himself.
Yeah.
And NASCAR fan 48 just, he doesn't even hit the wall. He hits Felber. My goodness.
Yeah. He's gonna need some Aflac insurance for that one. That's a hard hit. I hope he's insured.
Well, I would hope so too. NASCAR fan 48 is definitely going to pull it over and call it a day. I wouldn't expect anybody else to pit, simply because it's a terrible pit road and it's such a short track. So when you do come in, you pretty much lose a lap, even under caution, because this field is already the length of, you know, 3/4 of the lap. So Winty's going to go to the back, along with everyone who started at the back. The 48 and the 73 have both retired. But apart from that, everyone's on the lead lap. So that much is nice. So we're going to try and get things underway again here as the pace car will turn its lights off at the start-finish line, signaling to the drivers that there is 1 lap to go until we are green flag racing again. Baker's had a pretty rough start, but he started on the outside. The initial start on the outside lane is so tough here. And we've seen the outside lane does sort of work itself in later on in the run. You're able to move up the track and get that big momentum push down the front and back straight away. But single file now for lap number 8 of 90. Green flag in the air. Tropical Cyclone, the Pied Piper once again. And we already have 3 wide. Nick Sant sends it up the bottom of Dumbledore with Carter on the outside. And it looks like Dumbledore might get the best of that, but Nick Sant is still there on the bottom, and he'll clear the 07. What a move.
That was ballsy, especially after the last...
Oh, Cigar got so loose coming out of the corner.
They had under green.
Saves it, though, and he's now looking at the inside of Baker. Boy, that 12 was sideways.
Yeah, that probably had his life flash before his eyes right there.
Back in the field, 3 wide again. Carter's stuck on top, and he's going backwards. The 88 has just dropped so many spots. At the front, it's still Tropical leading. Then it's the 33 of Roger Gregory, but Huang Do now being challenged by Ethan Head. Remember, the 06 got into the bumper of the 8 and almost turned him. And Ethan Head now starting to fight back.
This movie before.
This battle here for 3rd place. And in contrast to what everyone would have expected, Ethan Head has passed Huang Do. And it's Baker behind them, who's under attack from that 12 of Cigar. We saw him driving sideways off the corner. And why is the 88 always on the top 3 wide? This time it's Dumbledore in the 07 and Winty in the 3 who get past him.
Oh, man.
Little tap.
Winty got loose there on the bottom and almost got up into Dumble. That could have been big right there.
Looking for some more battles. You see the 77 of Drayden Zen and the 55. They're going side by side, and it looks like Zen's going to pass him. And it looks like, did that NS3 guy just get past Anthony Lopez on the outside? He might have just done that.
Maybe.
75 is still there, though. This battle is not over.
That line might be there in 3 and 4, maybe not 1 and 2, but they're trying to work it in.
Tropical now leading by over a second from Roger Gregory in the 33. And then Ethan Head around a second behind that as the front half of the field starting to spread right out. We saw it in the heat races. We're seeing it again here. When these guys get single file, it's like they can't even get close to each other. But then it's a 3 guy moving up high in turn 4, and it's not working for him. He's losing out to Dumbledore in the 07. Mitchell Carter, as expected in the 88, has now dropped down. He's the last car still driving.
On the race? Yeah, on the racetrack.
Down in 18th place, and you can see the 26 getting close behind. You got Johnston on the bottom, Mountain Dew fan for life on the top. '16's making that high side work at least a little bit. As I say that, he drops behind the 03, of course.
Well, I think that outside line is just kind of hit or miss.
What did Yoda say after seeing himself in 4K graphics? HDMI. Oh my god. Nort.
Wow. Wow. Who said that one?
Nort. HDMI.
Nice. Nice.
HDMI. First of all, HD is 1080p. Second of all, god damn it,
It's
Nort.
fine.
There's a decent shot of the whole track. You see the field is now spread out basically across the entire track.
This reminds me of Bristol.
It does, except there's not a lot of battling going on.
Well,
I'm amazed how evenly spaced each of these cars are.
are we sure they don't have the 2019 package on?
Dirty air? Shouldn't be. They had a great race at New Smyrna. But Tropical leads by 1.5 seconds over Roger Gregory. The 26 has been dominant. He's got the fastest lap of the race. He's still going faster than everybody else. But he's catching up on the tail end of the field. The 88 of Mitchell Carter. The 16 of Mountain Dew fan. Is BB hungry? No. BB8.
Hi-yo.
The Star Wars puns. I'm playing a NASCAR game, Nort.
Man, I've been around here for so long. I remember when Mitchell Carter had a Sim Series ride, not a SSAL ride.
Mitchell Carter's never had a Sim Series ride.
Well, then who the heck drove the 10 last year?
Mitchell Collins, different person.
Dang it! Close enough.
No.
Close enough.
Mitchell Collins was the cheesegate at Homestead when he absolutely sent it on a restart and he was laps down.
Well, I didn't think that he came back, and then I saw this name, and I'm like, oh, well, that has to be the same thing. Dang it. Whatever.
Do we miss Collins though? I don't think we do. I don't know if we do.
The only
he
reason
was
I
an
remember him
interesting
is
one.
because he was in that one wreck at Pocono. That's the only reason I remember him.
Oh yeah, that was the Pennzoil car, right?
I think so, yeah.
Or was it Smithfield? You know, one or the other. Entertaining,
It's
yeah.
the crash
Sure.
when they ran out of fuel in the middle of turn 3.
And yes, Anthony Lopez had a Sim Series ride. He DNQ'd all 4 of his attempts and then dropped out.
Nice.
But now he's in the amateur league and he's kicking ass. Yes, he's down in 12th right now, but he has such a healthy points lead. It's going to be a challenge for anyone else to climb that mountain before this season's over. Nort. What's the internal temperature of a Tauntaun? Lukewarm. My god. Oh my god, Mitchell Collins is in the chat.
Oh my god.
Welcome back, it's been a while. I think he had a full-time ride in Season 1 too. I just couldn't make it in S2.
Yeah.
Tropical Cyclone now closing in on these lap cars. And as we've seen less and less people sort of getting beside each other and trying to make moves because we all know that slows you down. I wonder how much trouble Tropical's going to have here as we're closing in on the halfway point of this somewhat boring race. We had some excitement at the start, but since the restart, it has just been spread out. Also, hi, Weeb. But once again, about probably 15-ish minutes after this race is over, we're going to switch on over to Twitch and stream some painting. So if you want to come hang out, see my face, see my work, we have a lot of throwbacks to paint. We're going to be doing logo swaps. We're going to be looking up some old-ass photos and having trouble finding them. Come hang out. It'll be a good time. What kind of cars do cooks drive? Chef relays.
Hi.
Robo Jacob loves that one.
You turned into a robo right as you said that, but
I believe that's a you problem.
well,
Our pit stop's going to come into play. They will not. This pit lane is not great. As such, drivers don't have to pit. Robo Jacob loves puns. Tropical can't quite get to the back of the 88, and I have a feeling this is just going to be this big stalemate through the rest of the race. But hey,
I'm telling you, 2019 package, it's all the dirty air.
it's the Sim Series.
The 33 is closing the gap a little bit.
Well, Tropical can't get close to the 88.
He's cut it down to just over a second. And it was closing in on a second and a half a couple laps ago. So that gap is starting to shrink up. Now it's under a second.
Where do Volkswagen go when they get old? The old folks' home. The Bean. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your track, pal. He said he lives in Wall, and they're dozing this place, right? Aren't they sticking up a mall or something?
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's rough. They just closed it this year, I think. But we're still here in the Sim Series. We're still racing at Nazareth too. Screw y'all. This is some damn good tracks. It's some damn good racing. Well, maybe not right now.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had a pass in like 10 laps at least.
Seriously.
I mean, we're seeing cars go up the track, but they're just not having trouble. Man drove his expensive car into a tree. He found out how a Mercedes-Benz. Oh my goodness.
Is that a piece of debris over there I see in turn 2?
No, actually, that's Roger Gregory under a second behind Tropical Cyclone.
Just running out of laps.
I don't think I've ever seen this in NR 2003 before. Where this fully has like dirty air things. Like he has got to the back of the 88 and just got stuck behind him. And no one can pass. They're closing the track in 2020. Oh, okay, so pretty soon.
I think this is the final nail in the coffin right here.
Well, I tell you what. This could be a career-defining moment for Tropical Cyclone. It has been a rough time for the 26 and the 46 and whatever he's running the Sim Series. Here he is, leading a damn race, and he's led every single lap. It's dominant. I ran my Subi into a lake. Now it's a Scoobaroo. As David Land would say, get the dozer. Tropical runs wide here through 3 and 4.
I mean, you know what? It's pretty easy to dominate a race with no 20 lap, but I mean...
We still got a ways to go. I don't know if we can say it's over yet.
I'm not saying it's over, I'm just saying...
It's not looking like a great time, I tell you that much. This race is like my trains. When I put them in a circle and the front of the train is at the back of the train. It's true. No one's a lap down, but the field has just covered the whole track. I mean, the biggest gap we have here is Cigar to Baker. Oh no, it's Baker to Huang.
Yeah.
Ethan Head's now getting... he's peeking his head up into the top 3. And looking at the back of Roger Gregory.
Trying to get ahead here.
Wow. That was way better than whatever I tried to say. Where do dogs park their cars? In the parking lot.
I was going to say at the circus, but...
Fiasco with the Yogi Berra. It ain't over, but I tell you what, it's not over. Chat, thanks for keeping this race alive, because it's been pretty rough. Also, shout out to whatever bag of chips is keeping Jacob alive right now.
It's actually Smart Food Popcorn, thank you.
There you go. Rusty would be proud. This is the closest we've seen the battle for the lead, though. Roger Gregory's getting, I would say, almost underneath the bumper of the 26. But of course, now he goes wide.
You're lucky I can see what's happening because you just turned into a robot there and everything you said turned to mush.
I believe that's a you problem, sir.
It is, but I was like, whoa, okay. What?
So 16 laps to go here at Wall Stadium in probably the biggest snoozer of an amateur league race in history, where nobody can pass and everything sucks. But Anthony Lopez is still going for it. Oh, shut up. We got side-by-side action. 75 and the 55. This is your points leader trying to move up into 11th.
We've got to pass for 11th place. All right, progress.
Everybody else is just spread out. This sucks. Side by side. Oh my god. Why do chicken coops have only 2 doors? Because if they had 4 doors, they'd be chicken sedans. Heard that one before.
There it is.
Still good though. I'm out of bits. It's okay. No. What do you call a flying bagel? A plain bagel. That's better than it should be. That really shouldn't be good, but that's... I like that one.
Yeah, it is. Should be writing some of these down.
Rusty, baby! Of course he's here. Jacob's eating smart food and Rusty pops into the chat.
Well, okay, I just finished the bag, but...
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely. Always.
Check. Rusty Walrus. He knows. He knows what's good. We love Rusty. Can we get a shout out to Rusty? I've been watching this man for the past 2 days play Life is Strange 1, and it's been a fantastic time, and I'm so excited for when he streams again. Are you doing that tonight, by the way? Rusty? Is that... Can we do that? The guy was run over by a motorcycle, but gave up trying to catch his assailant because he was too tired. Oh my god.
Oh.
Thanks, Tango. Episode 4 tonight? Ooh! I'm excited. Thanks for the shout out, Tropical. I do appreciate it. We love Rusty. You should go follow him. He's awesome. He's everything I do, but like better.
Yeah,
Except the Sim series. He doesn't do the Sim series. But nah, he's great. He's top tier content. Speaking of top tier content, this sucks. Wow. We're gonna cross the line here with 4 to go. Although here we go. Tropical's starting to work on some lap traffic. He's getting to the inside of the 16. Not quite.
If you want some more grade A content, go follow CodyHGaming. Oh man, just Roger Gregory. He's died, I think. Holy cow. He's lost a lot of time.
Why don't shrimp pass their exams? Because they work below sea level.
There it is.
Wow. This race is over and we're all glad.
Yeah, seriously. We've got like what, 1 to go?
Thanks for a shout out to Cody as well. We love Cody. We love our streamer friends out here.
Knock knock. Who's there? Anna. Anna who? Anna partridge in a pear tree.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh my god. Checker flag in the air. Tropical Cyclone wins. He led every single lap.
Yes,
Nobody could pass each other. He finally gets a win, so that's pretty cool.
And he leads every single lap. Who put the restrictor plates on these cars?
Probably. You know,
New Hampshire flashbacks.
I just got a shout out for myself. Alright, I tell you what.
We need some more self-promotion.
We're going to export these results. We're going to get the points over. I'm going to end this stream as soon as I can. Why? Because in 15 minutes time, all right, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, whatever is your 30-minute thing, in literally 15 minutes, we're going to be live on Twitch with some throwback painting. I'm talking logo swaps. I'm talking just weird stuff. Just weird logo swaps, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Your rain delay coverage will begin at 5:30 Eastern time.
We're going to make them look good. So, stay tuned. If you're on YouTube, I'm not streaming on YouTube. Screw YouTube. We're going to change things around up there. Like I said at the start of the stream, the Sim series is moving over to its own YouTube channel. It's not going to be on Twitch anymore. It's not going to be on the Drive-Thru YouTube channel anymore. So, go in the description box of the YouTube video, if you're on YouTube, and hit that Twitch link. Make sure you follow me because we're live in 15 minutes. If you want to see my face and my work and what the Christ we're doing, sort of behind the scenes on everything you just saw, follow me on Twitch. Or just, if you don't have an account, literally just watch. You just be there. Hang out. It's cool. It'll be a good time. 15 minutes, y'all. What's the future of the Drive-Thru YouTube channel? Jimmy Johnson Retirement Fund. It's been pretty great already.
Great. That's great.
Thanks to Jacob for popping in the booth. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Results are going to be up on the Discord as usual. 15 minutes. We're going to be live on Twitch.
Wait, you didn't do points, did you?
I don't do points for the amateur league yet. Dingus.
Ah.
On stream. I'll put it up like right now on the Discord. All right.
I thought you did it. I haven't been able to watch the Sim Series SSAL race all freaking year, so.
Big love to Chris, by the way. Chris, you own the stream now. I have a new stream daddy, and that is the wonderful Chris Claridge, who donated 11,500 bits tonight, and that's probably one of the biggest, best Christmas gifts I've ever received. So thank you so much, dude. We're gonna be back. 15 minutes. Thanks, Jacob. Love you, Jacob. All right, bye, friends.
Yep.